up and go home, will you?
No, sir. I'm staying right here.
It's going to be a full house, so if you wouldn't mind scooting towards the center and making... family, guests, faculty, and of course, the class of 2019. My name is Ian Dennis. I'm so proud to be the principal of Paradise Valley High School. Welcome here tonight on this beautiful, cool evening to our 59th commencement ceremony. Buenos noches, padres, huéspedes, empleados y la clase de 2019. Me llamo Ian Dennis y soy el director de Escuela Paradise Valley. Les doy una bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación número 59. Let me begin by thanking our band and our choir under the direction of Miss Tamara Duncan and Mr. Ryan Diefendorfer for their part in this evening's program. Also a quick shout out to Blue Orthodontics for these lovely flowers we have up here. Guests, would you please stand for the presentation of colors by the United States Marine Corps and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem and our alma mater by our PV choir. Thank you, choir. You may be seated. Please allow me this opportunity to welcome our distinguished guest for this evening, Paradise Valley School District Governing Board member, Ms. Ann Greenberg. And Assistant Superintendent of Leadership for Secondary, Mr. Dr. Jason Reynolds. Thank you both for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. Also joining me on stage are members of my administrative team, Mrs. Maureen Minnick, Mr. Paul Havlovic, and Miss Jennifer Jarris. Thank you all for your hard work and support this year. I appreciate you all more than you know. Joining our graduates on the field are members of our faculty and staff serving as line leaders. These line leaders were chosen by our seniors. Line leaders, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you all for your participation in tonight's ceremony. I'd also like to thank the rest of the staff who volunteered to help out tonight. I do appreciate you. A huge thank you to my administrative assistant, Ms. Kelly Doak, who organized this event. We literally couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kelly. At this time, I need to take a special moment to give recognition to several staff members that are retiring from PV this year. Between the three of them, they've dedicated 91 years of service to educating our youth. 60 of those years were here at Paradise Valley. Our deepest gratitude goes out to all three of these icons. We thank them for their devotion to our school and to our students. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing so we can give you the recognition you so deserve. Mrs. Kathy Gallenbeck. Mr. David Foster. And Mr. Rick McCutcheon. Thank you all very much. You will be deeply missed by the students and the staff at Paradise Valley. Thank you. Now I'd like to take a moment to pay respect to a former PV Trojan that never got the chance to walk across this stage. Alyssa Turney would have graduated with her friends in the class of 2002. Tragically, Alyssa disappeared in 2001 and has since never been found. After hearing her story, I'm happy to report that her family was recently presented with an honorary diploma in Alyssa's name. It's our hope that this small gesture on our part will bring some small amount of peace to Alyssa's family and her friends. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Several members of the class of 2019 have chosen to defend our country by joining the armed forces. I'd like to honor them at this time. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Entering the Army, Trevor Brugman, Jake Lancaster, Marvin Flores, Ashley Albritton, Raiden Chambers. Entering the Army National Guard, Victor Nava. Entering the Marines, Orlando Saliandia. Alan Alfonso Gomez Velasquez. And entering the Navy, Hunter Brewer, Litzy Valdez Campos, and Hayden Bright. Thank you all for your courage and your impending service. Thank you. Graduates, you know what I think? I think it's a great day to be a Trojan. This was quite an outstanding year for Paradise Valley. Let me give you a few examples. You earned over $11,696,000 in scholarships to colleges and universities all across this country. We have a Baird Scholar, 2 National Merit finalists, which is twice as many as any other PV school, by the way, just saying. We had 9 National Merit Commended Scholars. We had numerous state qualifiers in a variety of both boys and girls sports. We had back-to-back section champs in boys tennis, multiple all-state and all-region athletes, a state champion in swimming. We had regional and all-state members in band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We took over 500 AP tests the last 2 weeks, which is more than ever before at PV. And we had members of our HOSA and our Skills USA qualify for nationals. I could go on, but I think you get my point. You are quite an outstanding group. But beyond the academic and athletic accolades I've just mentioned, I really want to commend you for your generosity, your kindness, and your service to others. I thank you for always modeling PV pride and setting the bar high for future Trojans. This class had a special feel to it, and I was constantly impressed by how much you cared about one another. You've made me proud beyond words, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, I know you're all anxious to get on with the evening, so let me leave you with this. I know you worked hard to get this diploma that you're going to receive tonight. You earned it. It was not given to you, and you were not entitled to it for just being here. I want you to remember that when you leave here tonight, this world doesn't owe you anything. You'll have to work hard for the lives you want to live, for your college degrees, the jobs you want to have, the cars you want to drive, even a double rainbow rebel from Dutch, or a bucket of extra crispy from KFC. Whatever it is you want, you'll have to work hard for it. But luckily for you, you know how to work hard because you went to Paradise Valley High School. And it's always a great day to be a Trojan. I wish you all the best this world has to offer. Always remember to work hard and be nice to people. Thank you. At this time, please welcome our first student speaker of the evening, your classmate, Ms. Hayden Araza.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of my peers, thank you to everyone in the bleachers for everything you did to get us all here. And on behalf of myself, thank you to all of my peers. All of you were crucial to my journey. And my journey is a bit unique. I literally grew up at Paradise Valley High School. I had a mother who worked here for 17 years, and the staff became my family before I could even speak. I even attended preschool on this campus. And starting at the age of 4, with a short bob, bangs, and a little backpack, I became the self-appointed Dora the Explorer of Paradise Valley, ready for my pilot episode of the first season of Expedition High School. And here are some things that I've learned on my journey that I'd like to share with you. Episode 1, freshman year. You can't start an adventure on an empty stomach. At age 6, I had my first breakfast burrito from Najea's kitchen. Little did I know how important these little babies would be in a first block class with a growling stomach and limited sleep. Take care of yourself, not just by keeping your stomach full, but by surrounding yourself with people and ideas that empower you. But a healthy dose of butter doesn't hurt. Episode 2, sophomore year. When Dora was on screen, she would turn to the audience and knew someone was there, even if she couldn't always see them. Whether we know it or not, we're all in this together. I thought because I'd been to PV so many times, my first day of school as a freshman would be a cakewalk. Wrong. My hands were clammy. I was super worried about making friends, and you don't even want to know how many times I practiced my "here" for when the teacher called my name for attendance. But I'd be willing to bet that some of you felt the same way too. Keep in mind that if you ever feel nervous about something, you're not alone. I mean, heck, it's been on the back of your ID for about 4 years. Episode 3, junior year. Swiper will swipe away as much time as he can through procrastination. My varsity cramming skills were put to the test almost daily in junior year. I had enough homework to drown a full-grown adult. 8 hours of sleep a night was a myth. And don't even get me started on my life outside of 7:30 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. But procrastination isn't just about homework or studying for a test. You can absolutely procrastinate your life away. When the choice is between growth and comfort, choose growth. Stop telling yourself you'll plan a trip abroad eventually or that you'll get around to your goals someday. Do something every day that moves you closer to your goal. It doesn't matter how small of a step you take, keep moving forward. Episode 4, senior year. After 8 seasons of Dora the Explorer, Dora grew up and became Dora and Friends. Things change. My friends have changed, my interests have changed, and so have my classes. Cherish what you have now, but recognize that you are supposed to change as you grow up. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for changing, because change is inevitable. But the big change I don't think any of us, or at least I haven't processed yet, is that after today, I won't hear any more PV bells or morning announcements, and I'll never have to do that awkward little hustle walk to get to class when the 1-minute warning bell sounds. I'll have no more homecomings, proms, football games, plays, or performances to look forward to. Sure, these events will still go on here at Old PV, but what makes high school so special is that these 4 years are yours to keep in your memory. It won't be the same if you go back. I mean, how often are the sequels as good as the original? But the fact that you're here today means that you did it. You finished strong. You have those 4 years of memories, and you owe it to yourself to finish just as strong as you started for everything in your life. So I encourage all of you to pack well for your adventure. Bring lots of snacks, keep your mind healthy, and choose fellow crusaders wisely. Keep Swiper at bay by living a life in the moment and working towards your goals. Know that your trail might not always match what the map says. It will change, and that's okay. And most importantly, remember to finish strong and listen to the lesson. Some days it will feel like you're trekking through the darkest part of the jungle, and others will feel like a stroll on the beach. But now that you've gone through high school, you have a full backpack, lots of travel companions, an outlined map, and you can go anywhere you'd like. So good luck on your adventures, class of 2019, and congratulations on a killer season finale.
Thank you, Hayden. At this time, please welcome our PV choir as they sing the senior song, The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Every move I
Thank you, choir. All right, thank you once again, choir. And now, welcome fellow senior and commencement speaker, Miss Genevieve Craven.
How many of you remember Schoolhouse Rock? Maybe you remember listening to I'm Just a Bill in Government, or rocking out to Conjunction Junction in English, or maybe you love to sing along to 3 is a Magic Number in math class. While these silly little cartoons were certainly memorable, the one thing you might not remember about them is the clever life message hidden within its theme song. And forgive my singing. As your body grows bigger, your mind must flower. It's great to learn, 'cause knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Now I know that some of you may feel like high school was a waste of your time. You feel like you sacrificed precious hours of sleep to come into a classroom and learn about concepts that you will never actually apply to your life. I mean, when will you ever need to recall historical dates or do a geometry proof in your actual adult life? But these past 4 years were filled with more valuable experiences than you may realize. And armed with these experiences and the knowledge we gained from them, we are all empowered to succeed in life. While inside the classroom, we learned a variety of topics in math, science, English, social studies, and even the arts. But most importantly, we honed in on our ability to learn. With each lesson, you not only learned a new fact or concept, you also learned a new way of thinking. Your mind was expanding and stretching and building new connections, and it's funny, because that kind of sounds like something our school really emphasized over the past few years. That's right. Those growth mindset lessons that we shuffled through every Mindset Monday were relevant after all. High school has been training us to use effective learning strategies that we can apply to any aspect of our lives. We discovered our potential to learn and our capacity to be intelligent, regardless of any perceived limitations that we may have. We learned to power through when we don't understand something right away. We learned to ask for help when we need it, and we learned to work hard to achieve our goals. So when you go off to college, or start a new job, or join the armed forces, or start down whatever path you decide to take after high school, you can do so knowing that you can take on any challenge that comes your way and learn the skills necessary to succeed. Outside of classroom learning, high school has been our time to transition into adults. Over the years, you may have felt overwhelmed with drama as you lost old friends and made new ones, or had your first relationship, or had to deal with a teacher that you didn't get along with. That drama was difficult at first, but forming those relationships helped each of us mature, learn to deal with rejection, and adopt pride into our everyday lives. As Mr. Dennis would say, it's as easy as just working hard and being nice to people. Every moment spent on and off campus was a learning opportunity that prepared us to interact with our future bosses, coworkers, and society in a way that reflects the Trojan culture. So we've spent the past 4 years training to be grown-ups, and now we're on the cusp of leaving high school behind us and starting our own lives in the real world. That means that we're done, right? That we've learned everything we need to know and have all the answers? Nope. Now that we're leaving high school behind us, we are taking on new responsibilities right and left. No one is going to police your outfits or force you to do your work or micromanage your schedule for you. You may be tempted to fall back into a fixed mindset, but doing so would be a disservice to you and to society. there's a significant amount of generational judgment against us because we are often looped in with either the millennials, who are apparently killing everything from the real estate industry to breakfast cereals, and Generation Z, who thinks that eating Tide Pods would be a fun pastime. But I know that we have more potential than that. The leadership and activism that students from our campus have demonstrated inspires me and proves to me that we as a generation can truly mold the future. So I urge every one of you to take control of your education in the future and dedicate yourself to being eternal students instead of letting your education stop with high school. Remember what the Schoolhouse Rock theme song said, knowledge is power. We have all of the world's knowledge at our fingertips, just waiting for us to learn it. And if we actively choose to learn, then we will be better prepared to vote, express our opinions respectfully, and work to create a world that we can all be proud of. Thank you for the past 4 years, PV. I can't wait to see everything that the class of 2019 accomplishes next.
Thank you, Genevieve. Now please welcome Paradise Valley Governing Board member, Mrs. Ann Greenberg.
One of the most incredible experiences my fellow board members and I have is the privilege of sharing in high school graduations. And I want you to know what an honor it is to be here with you tonight. Now, as I was pulling my thoughts together about what I wanted to say to you, I started reading back through some of the speeches I've given in the past. And then I read other speeches that people have given at commencements and started grabbing bits and pieces of advice. And then I remembered an article from Psychology Today entitled, 5 Pieces of Advice We Should Stop Giving Graduates. And I reconsidered what I had written. It made me realize that I'm not up here to give you advice, although I'll probably sneak a little in later. But I am up here with a lump in my throat and a tear in my eye because I am just as proud of you as your parents and grandparents and siblings and relatives and friends and teachers and staff who know what it took for you to be here today and walk tonight. And what it took was different for each and every one of you. For some, academics was a breeze, making friends a little harder. For some, athletics ruled, but maybe writing papers was more elusive. And for some, it was on stage or in Crest or at a keyboard where you shine the brightest and the rest just sort of excelled out. But you all persevered and you're here tonight, and we honor each and every one of you and look with excitement to how the future will unfold for each of you. So now here's that piece of advice I mentioned earlier. It actually came from a commencement speech given by someone I knew in college when he addressed the graduating class from the high school he had graduated from some decades ago. And Brad had some words of wisdom that he wrote into a song, and he prefaced his performance by saying, "These are words that every commencement speaker should say." And he was right, no matter what Psychology Today might think. Now, I'm not going to sing for you, but I can distill his message down into 4 words. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. As you continue on in life, don't be mean or spiteful or malicious or cruel. Do be kind. Do be mindful and compassionate and thoughtful. And that includes how you speak to others. Your words are important and they are powerful. So when you use your voice, use it passionately, but respectfully. Use it enthusiastically, but considerately. Use it to parse out problems and pepper with praise. Use it mindfully, without malice. And sometimes don't use it, just listen. Tonight, however, use it generously to tell the people here for you, your parents and family members, your friends and classmates, your teachers, administrators, and staff, especially the team at PV High led by Mr. Dennis, how much you appreciate their ever-present support during your school years. And I also want to say, I think I'm probably talking to that side, if you have a chance, you'll be getting your diploma from Dr. Reynolds. After more than 20 years in PV, he is seizing on an opportunity and will be leaving us at the end of the school year. But many of the programs and much of the vision of what you experienced in high school was thanks to Dr. Reynolds, so please thank him as well. And may you always remember those teachers and others who inspired you in ways large and small. And I sincerely hope your time in PV schools has served you well, and that you have learned what you need to overcome challenges and make the most of opportunities. When you can give back in a way you find enriching and fulfilling. And no matter what you do in life, I hope you find your bliss. On behalf of my colleagues on the governing board, I want to thank you again for the privilege of joining you tonight. May you always find that love of learning that I hope this school and this district helped you to discover will serve you well as you pursue your goals and dreams. Congratulations, Trojans, and best of luck always.
Thank you, Mrs. Greenberg. Now please welcome to the stage Ms. Andrea Villalobos.
Class of 2019, I'm here to tell you about one small event that truly changed my perspective on how I treat others. At every AASC state convention, there's a traditional candle lighting ceremony. The ceremony begins with a single candle's flame being lit by a match. That candle's flame is then passed around to the next person, and that person gives it to the next, and so on. To my amazement, after a few short minutes, the entire crowd and their 2,000 candles filled the stands with light. In this moment, I was in awe, to say the least. I looked around and tried to put it all into perspective. I thought about how every one of those people was a person with a story of their struggles, their triumphs, their strengths, and their weaknesses. That very first flame impacted each of those people through a chain reaction, and I learned just how much of an impact a single person can make. That moment remained stuck in the back of my mind for quite some time. Later last school year, I learned more about what exactly makes up a flame. As you may remember from chemistry, each flame has two parts, the outer light and the heat of the inner core. The heat of the core is its passion. Passion in life is the drive that pushes us to make decisions. We must use that part of our inner flame to encourage us, to motivate us, to help us decide what is right and wrong, and to never be afraid of doing what is right. Take this passion and run with it. Enjoy everything life has to offer and take risks. You never know what they will teach you. The outer light of the flame is a beacon. Your light may be one in a crowd of many. Don't let that discourage you. We must let that beacon of light be a symbol of hope, anticipation, preparedness, and the future. Everywhere we go, our light will lead the way. It will show us right from wrong and easy from hard, and always remind us to look to our futures as motivation. Your light precedes you. It will help you out of the darkest of times and celebrate you in times of success. Always remember the matches that ignited your flame. It may have been your parents, your relatives, your teachers, or your peers, or all of the above. Think about who and what got you here. Take a moment to send those people a mental thank you and hug them a little tighter if they're here with you tonight. You're sitting before me next to 440 of your fellow Trojans who made it to a new beginning together. Every one of us had a match that pushed us to be the best version of ourselves in order to be here tonight. Be proud of what you do in life and what you have done at Paradise Valley. Always remember everything you've accomplished to get to this point. I want all of this to be a reminder to you. In life, you never truly see the positive effects your actions can have. In our 4 years at Paradise Valley, you've probably smiled at someone as you walk to class. You never will know how badly that person may have needed a smile. Maybe it turned their day around, or maybe it motivated them to smile at someone else. And just like the first flame, that smile was passed on to many others. Our beacon of light can be used to help others in need by showing them right from wrong and easy from hard. But most importantly, it can show them how to find their own light. Fire is passion. Passion is dedication. Dedication is hard work. And hard work leads to excellence, the final letter of pride. Each graduate will receive a challenge coin tonight. When you're going through a tough time in life or just need something to reignite your flame, turn to this coin. On one side, it contains our motto of pride: prepare, respect, initiate, do, and excel. On the other are the letters P, V, H, and S. These letters stand for pride, valor, honor, and strength. Be proud of who you are becoming, what you have achieved, and how much further you'll go. Have valor, show others right from wrong, and be willing to share your experiences with them to ignite their flame. Do the honorable thing, like smiling like smiling at someone you don't know, not because someone is watching, but simply because it is the right thing to do. Have strength. Remember your match? They pushed you to this point. Think of them and let the spirit of their flame guide you on your way. As we close out the final moments in this chapter of our lives, remember this: one flame easily lights another, and that flame can continue the chain until countless fires are ignited. It takes one person to make a difference. Be that person. As we go out into the world, I want you, the Paradise Valley High School class of 2019, to take your flame and make the world a brighter place.
Thank you, Andrea. Dr. Reynolds, would you please join me at the podium? It is my pleasure to present to you the Paradise Valley High School class of 2019. The students seated before you have met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the Paradise Valley Unified School District and the state of Arizona. Es un placer presentarles a la clase 2019 de la preparatoria Paradise Valley. Los estudiantes sentados aquí han cumplido con todos los requisitos de graduación del District Paradise Valley y del Estado de Arizona.
Mr. Dennis, faculty, staff, students, parents, families, the entire PVHS community, on behalf of the governing board and our superintendent, Dr. James P. Lee of the Paradise Valley Unified School District, I accept the class of 2019 and award to each of them a high school diploma. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Would you and Mrs. Greenberg please assist me in awarding the individual diplomas to our students? As our readers, Miss Yvette Morales and Mrs. Tina Taylor, call their names. We'd like to remind our graduates and guests that every parent would like to hear their graduate's name called this evening. So we ask that you please be courteous and remain seated until the end of the ceremony. Thank you.
this
Just one second.
Can you hear it? Go.
Rosa Abril Abato.
Saida Sufra Amal.
Raquel Aceves Dominguez.
Ashley Elizabeth Alberton.
Jack Dalton Acratelli.
Lucia Estela Alfaro.
Kian Patrick Alberson.
Abigail Amador.
Jennifer Guadalupe Alejo Garcia.
Jas Murniro Arasa.
Rabab Ahmed Ali.
Alisa Renee Arajema.
Charbel Ishaq.
Madison Nicole Arndt.
Hayden Kathleen Rasa.
Hannah Jean Axtell.
Zulma Noelia Arellano.
Alyssa Leanne Bailey.
Kayla Ann Artman.
Taryn Mercedes Ball.
Ruben Avila.
Yamilet Barreras Valencia.
Samuel Robert Baker.
Anya Grace Spelling.
Jack Bainham.
Rolanda Carey Black.
Austin Berning.
Maya Boych.
Morgan Andrew Blair.
Chloe Michelle Borowski.
Bryce Booz.
Craig Schneider Udo.
Clarissa Lynn Boring.
Hayden Nicholas Bright.
Daniel Bottom.
Christian Lewis Brundage.
Hunter Dane Brewer.
Terry Vizishimo.
Trevor David Brugman.
Alemi Calderon.
Jamaica Bulasa.
Thank you.
Tyler Michael Carducci.
Rishika Dasani.
Anthony Carillo.
Fabiana Calderon.
Cody Sean Carter.
Kelly Caputo.
Andrew Joseph Castillo.
Jackson Roosevelt Carlson.
Braden Fox Chambers.
Ervin Adrián Carrasco Mayorga.
Haley Deborah Clark.
Edwin Ariel Carrillo Molina.
Tyla Sky Connor.
Jaden Diana Carson.
Saúl Santana Cortez.
Jacob Kyle Carter.
Corbin Killian Cregan.
Alexandra Marie Caudillo.
Mallory Grace Curry.
Victor Chavez Fernandez.
Sarah Rose Curry.
Charlize Isela Cypress.
Brian Stephen DeJulie.
Alyssa Michelle Klein.
Alec Brandon Delafield.
Matthew James Cooper.
Alejandro Desiderio Peralta.
Hernán Cortés Neri.
Jocelyn Dominguez.
Matthew Joseph Coughlin.
Chloe Lynette Duberstein.
Genevieve Lynn Bakiran Graven.
Dylan Thomas Kealoha Duggan.
Jonathan William Curry.
Lindsay Ann Edgar.
Courtney Michelle Cyrus.
Bryce Jordan Edwards.
Spencer Cameron Davis.
Braden Roy Ellershaw.
Alberto Jesus de la Cruz Sierra.
Kyler James Erickson.
Chris Desiderio.
Victoria Cherie Eskelson.
Gavin Shea Desmond.
Nicholas Christopher Fager.
Sophia Elise Tobias.
Cole Patrick Fields.
Jasmine Tashira Dodson.
Teresa Jasmine Fierros.
Caitlin Nicole Doyle.
Emily Grace Fink.
Tyson Anthony Dubray.
Caleb Robert Fisher.
Michael Ray Duran.
Armando Alfonso Flores.
Brett Jaden Edwards.
Olivia Nicole Flores.
Naja Kamar El Amin.
Marvin Miguel Flores Espinosa.
Lance David Engel.
Emily Nicole Flower.
Soren Carl Erickson.
Nicholas Michael Forster.
Anelia Escoto.
Mackenzie Ray Fott.
Kaylee Monique Evans.
Joseph Benjamin Fuge.
Noé Fierro Ponce.
Joseph Alexander Gallego.
Claire Catherine Finch.
Casey Galvan.
Elizabeth Rose Hammett Fireman.
Fabian Garcia Burgarin.
Elijah Enoch Flint.
Susanna Mackenzie George.
Crystal Lynette Flores.
Jean Herona.
Esmeralda Yasmin Flores Carpio.
Wesley Gordon Golding.
Veronica Vanessa Flores Ornelas.
Alan Alfonso Gomez Velasquez.
Dalen Forney.
Destiny Marie Gondos Todd.
Darren Freiberg.
Diego Octavio Gonzalez Navarro.
Brian Matthew Fullerton.
Yesenia Gonzalez Tapoya.
Victor Luis Corral Galvan.
Cademan Anthony Goldthorpe.
Dionisia Ariel Garcia.
Lainey Lynn Griffith.
Yasmin Garcia Buelna.
Gina Rose Garacino.
Adrián Nicolás Garcia.
Ma Guadalupe Guerrera Guerrero.
Eamon Patrick Garrity.
Ian Johnson Hager.
Alexandra Mary Gibson.
Sean Edwin Healy.
Anthony Gomez Jimenez.
Marco Antonio Hernandez Carrasco.
Zaira Arilene Gomez Velasquez.
Eric William Hollander.
Giovanni Gonzalez.
Brooke Lynn Hufford.
Esmeralda Guadalupe Gonzalez Rosillo.
Alondra Jasmine Ibarra.
Chloe Rose Goodwin.
Angela Hisakova.
Kyle Raymond Gray.
Connor Logan Jennings.
Adam Michael Griffith.
Rafe Alexander Jernigan.
Dominic Monty Gaultier.
Alex Jimenez.
Melanie Victoria Guerra.
Ethan Sivan Jones.
Maria Graciela Gutierrez Castaneda.
Maria Mae Johnson.
Kendra Danielle Hale.
Sebastian Jurado.
Crystal Celeste Hamilton.
Alexa Rebecca Carey.
Isaac Merced Hernandez.
Kiana Kaligi.
Abigail Grace Holines.
Soo-Young Kim.
Chase Taylor Holmes.
Karani. Elise Alexandria Karani.
Ashley Ann Carey.
Trevor James Korn.
Sarah Elizabeth Haiduk.
Sudarshan Kumar.
Inash Iridaya Paya Suresh.
Daphne Yanel Lagon Baca.
Zachary Lee Jacob.
Andrew Jason Lane.
Aaron Gaetano Jensen.
Abigail Elizabeth LeBeau.
Xavier Esteban Jimenez.
Tristan Yager Lee.
Jessica Marie Johnson.
Charles William Lindstrom.
Cynthia Juarez Rodriguez.
Rafael.
Benjamin Raphael Levy.
Madison Lynn Kingsbury.
Colin Robert Lewis.
Austin Michael Kirkpatrick.
Jose Lira Navarrete.
Jacob Kozak.
Azariah Jane Livia.
Azariah Jane Livia.
Alicia Nadine Labuda.
Alexander John Lomeo.
Jake Wayland Lancaster.
Jose Lopez.
Victoria Gallegos Leal.
Yatseri Arali Lopez.
Bailey Elizabeth Lee.
Sydney J. Lawson.
Rigel Leiser.
Andy Luca.
Charisse Maybar.
Stephen Michael Leto.
Charisse Janelle Maybon.
Aaron Dwyer
Aditya
Lewandowski.
Malati.
Aditya Malati.
Autumn Nicole Lipitsky.
Isha Manage.
Harrison Daniel Lisk.
Kyle Jackson Marshall.
Jaden Ann Lloyd Romick.
James William Martin III.
Patrick Stephen Long.
Cesar Martinez.
Lisbeth Lopez.
Avitia.
Manuel Jesus Martinez Avitia.
Reagan Denise Lord.
Jules Nijoni McCabe.
Ashley Michelle Lovett.
Mac Benjamin McGraw.
Kevin Patrick Lutz.
Jaden Carter McLean.
Iden William McFarland.
Nathan May.
Casey Lawrence Mallory.
Kalia Luz Clarisa Mendoza.
Darwin Manalang.
Kelton Paul Metzner.
Joel Angel Mancias.
Yadira Araceli Mesa Solano.
Alexis Renee Martin.
Jarek Robert Minor.
Rory Christian
Nemanja.
Martin.
Nemanja Mirolovich.
Nemanja Mirolovich.
Ernesto Alejandro Martinez Velasco.
Holly Ann Moeller.
Tyler Chance McDonald.
Alex Monzon.
John Lewis McLaughlin.
Osvaldo Morales Hernandez.
Brian Mel Messinas.
Andrew Thomas Merwin.
Ryan Alexander Meese.
Guadalupe Mauricio Natividad.
Dylan Richard Messner.
Sierra Micah Neal.
Maritza Mesa Serrano.
Jade Nitro.
Aaliyah Marie Miller.
Shaylee Brianne Ogburn.
Pedra Jimena Urguín Soto.
Brian Danielle Miranda.
Pedra Jimena Holguín Soto.
Max Minute.
Miet Hannah Ornelas.
Cornelis.
Mario Ivan Morales Bayona.
Yesenia Ortega Garcia.
Isaac Alexander John Murray.
Shay Brogan Orvis.
Espoir Motazigua.
Christina Janae Padilla.
Victor Rodrigo Nava.
Jennifer Patricia Padilla Ramirez.
Noah Nolan Nixon.
Evelyn Paramo Ortega.
Paige Emily Nye.
Hannah Parmeter.
Marislesis Orduno Valdez.
How do you say it?
Cole Joseph Pichulis.
Dania Orozco Corona.
Fernanda Michelle Perez Roblero.
Kayla Elizabeth Ortiz.
Spencer Todd Peterson.
Mariana Osaeta.
Ilan Joseph Pincus.
Riley Nicole Padilla.
Jade Elizabeth Hassan.
Nisa Maria Padilla Arevalo.
Joshua Ponce.
Yabin Park.
Jared Lee Pratt.
Zil Sanjay Kumar Patel.
Jordan Piper.
Ernesto Perez.
Uriel Quintero.
Nathan Michael Perry.
Alejandro Ramirez.
Payson Pineda.
Jose Efren Ramirez.
Satwik Pisapati.
Andrea Ramirez Cervantes.
Irish Polinar.
Alondra Razo.
Lauren Kimberly Papashul.
Skylar Garrity Revelle.
Joshua Ryan Price.
Edith Alejandra Reyes Pavia.
Joshua Zev Quinones.
Madison Alexandra Riggs.
Dominic Stephen Racine.
Jesus Brian Rosas Romero.
Please say AKA Bato. Please.
Gabriel Enrique Ramirez.
Chief of Staff.
Jonathan Ruiz Desiderio.
Ruben Alexander Ramirez.
Syria Abigail Sainz.
Sala Yandia.
Analicia Celeste Ramos.
Orlando Sala Yandia.
Nancy Resendiz.
Sahan Samimi.
Victor Emmanuel Reyes.
Melanie Sanchez Fierro.
Victoria Ann Richardson.
Paul William Schmelzeis.
Montserrat Carolee Rivera.
Gage Christopher Scott.
Frederico Robles Ortega Perin.
Esmeralda Servin Espinosa.
Morgan Marie Brooker.
Emily J. Shalin.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Madeline Talia Roth.
Eunice Francis Shull.
Fernando Rafael Saavedra.
Alejandro Silva.
Hey, bro.
Anna Samargia.
Jonathan Silversmith.
Michael Alexander Sanchez.
Tiana Elise Siracusa.
Alexander John Schmelzeis.
Hector Ibrahim Soto.
Gabrielle Christina Schultz.
Desiree Joy Stauneche.
Kat Seemeyer.
Braden Joseph Stern.
Megan Elizabeth Shad.
Bailey Rose Stevenson.
Ashley Michelle Shepard.
Peyton Anthony Teed.
Jose Angel Sierra.
Tayana Nakaira Thompson.
Kia Alexandria Simpson.
Reese Casimir Tomoka.
Daniel Soto.
Kendra Ann Townsend.
Evan Stenson.
America Renee Troop.
Shayna Alexis Stern.
Ann Trung.
Cristian Tapoya Bravo.
Tomás Fernando Vasquez.
Nicholas Michael Thompson.
Ingrid Andrea Vega.
Victoria Dawn Thorngate.
Vianney Velasquez.
Mario Torres.
Anel Villegas.
Isolde June Tristan.
Amber Faniel Walterscheid.
Olivia Renee Trujillo.
Ariel Maricela Weiss.
Nicole Twong.
Zachariah Glenn Whitlock.
Litzy Valdez Campos.
Tina Mariah Williams.
Angel King Vargas.
Jessica Marie Willis.
Marielis Vega Nieves.
Yaroon Austin Wilson.
Yarisbel Natalie Vitela.
Nicholas Anto Johanan.
I thought I was last this morning.
Braden Christian Waymeyer.
Alec James Zedro.
Dustin Tyler White. Ashley Jordan Wilking. Sarah Elizabeth Williamson. Sydney Marie Whitty. Dean Dino Zaklan. Ethan Ellis Axelrod. Natalie Esmeralda Balbastro. Jasmine Alexi Breesley. Matthew Gabriel Pinel Buwan. Victoria Lynn DeBevick. Nicodemus Angela Grace. Arissa Cordelia Green. Allison Hale. Emily Marquez. Gabriela Nicole Monterosa.
Matthew Michael Morales.
Ethan Blair Smart. Henry Taylor. That's my boy. Caitlin Paige Turley. Andrea Michelle Villalobos.
Congratulations, graduates. We're almost done. Hang in there. Please welcome to the stage new graduate, future doctor, Mr. Mac McGraw for the closing remarks.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
An African proverb notes that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Though I don't know where in Africa it came from, I'm certain it is not Wakanda, as cool as Black Panther was. As a freshman, I tried everything to go alone. I wanted to graduate as soon as possible, and I'm sure most of you felt the same way. 4 years of tests, homework, and waking up at the break of dawn is not exactly super appealing. I quickly learned this mindset was a big mistake. PV gave us so much more than an education. As Trojans, we athletically challenged ourselves and cheered on our peers. As Trojans, we put on expectation-shattering plays. As Trojans, we represented our school at various state and national competitions. As Trojans, we challenged the expectations of what a high school student can accomplish. Any English teacher in the audience right now is probably pondering the effectiveness of my parallelism. Luckily, Our grades have closed. Sorry, Mr. Rubin. Nonetheless, I used we in every sentence for a reason. We cannot go through high school alone because we cannot go through life alone. If you don't like people, I'm sorry. As we received our diplomas and silently judged how our names were pronounced, we officially became, dare I say it, independent. The funny thing is, this is only partially true. Whether you plan on being a cardiothoracic surgeon or the person getting an operation from one of them from falling off your snowboard at the Winter Olympics, you will collaborate with people daily. Luckily, our wonderful proverb, which may or may not be the spine of this essay, the thoracic region, I guess, says that we will go far if we go together. This will even be true in my future as an endocrinologist. I will use Black Panther to explain this. The main character has a strong motivation to fight for his beliefs, but he does not know how to execute it. When he tries, he ends up causing a scene or puts himself in great danger. Clearly, he can still do his job alone, but his entire experience is enhanced by his sister. She makes the suit for him and gives him the strategies to do the most good with the fewest consequences. Both of them will disagree frequently, but when someone attacks their beliefs, they forget their differences and once again share a common goal. In our future, we should take a time to look at the bigger picture when we feel overwhelmed or frustrated with our coworkers. After all, whether you like them or not, those people all bring a unique set of experience to the table that can help you enrich your life and achieve your dreams. Even if your dream is small, such as getting that stupid Keurig in your office to stop dispensing too much coffee. Before I finish and effectively bring us one speech closer to our endless graduation photo session with Grandma and Grandpa, I want to read the proverb one more time. When I read it, take a moment to travel into your future and think how this will apply. Think about who will be around you, where you will be, and why absolutely everyone is wearing AirPods. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I'm sure all of my close friends are either ecstatic or upset that I did not say a pun. Probably the former. So I want to close with this, my senior quote. Future plans. Make a play about puns. Call it a play on words. To make this tie in with my message, understand that a one-man play is possible and quick, but that does not mean it will be very good. Utilizing a team of people with different talents and ideas is what makes a production so amazing. Remember this in the future and realize that all of you have the tools to have an enriched, happy, and healthy future thanks to PV. I cannot express in words my gratitude for the amazing students, staff, and parents who are part of this amazing community. I truly believe that this graduating class is going to change the world. Thank you. At this time, please join me in moving our tassels from right to left to symbolize our completion. Class of 2019, we are outie. Mac out.
Thank you, Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our commencement ceremony. I now present to you the Paradise Valley High School class of 2019. Thank you for coming. Please feel free to join us on the field.
Papa G!
Here, I got you. Where? Tom?
On the right side of the stage.
Where are you? On the right side or the left side of the stage?
Tell them we are on the right side of the stage.
To the what? Oh yeah, so are we. We're behind it.
Yeah.
We're behind it near the football goal, like on that side. The black stage. The big the other side, not the side of the flag.
Right side of the stage, that's all.
Right of your face. The right side of the stage.
Chinguen a su madre.
Okay.
Henry!
Don't do it. Go. Eddie!
That is why I decided to teach them a lesson, and I showed them exactly who is the strongest.
Why don't we just get this started?